minutes off the bench as well, him stepping up and playing well in the first half. But the key for us was we turned the ball over 10 times to the first half. We got a little rattled there for a stretch, but what this team always does is maintain, and this team is so resilient, I can't say enough.
All right, questions?
As at this tournament, in this building, how does it feel to have kind of exercised some of those games tonight?
Going into the night's game, we knew it was going to be a battle. We had to get focused. We knew it wasn't going to be an easy game because Northwestern is a great team. Just wanted to have the feeling to be a leader of this team, let my team know that we have to come fight every possession. And we didn't play great defense, but we did get stops down at the end when we needed them, and that's what teamwork do.
For the players, you guys have a 16-point lead, then they catch all the way back up and they take a lead. Describe what happened at that point to kind of regroup and make sure it didn't get away from you.
We knew the basketball is about a game's a run. We had to know we had to keep our composure and just settle down and relax and know that just continue to play SFA basketball. We'll ease our way back in it.
Like Coach Underwood, maybe talk about West's big game for Northwestern. How, you probably went in thinking, you need to limit his shots and maybe touches somehow, but then he does what he does.
Part of guarding a really good player is trying to make him earn it. And he got off to a great start, and when you're a really good basketball player, sometimes it doesn't matter who's guarding you, and you get in the zone. That's why great players sometimes are very hard to stop. And he got into a great rhythm. He got to the foul line a bunch, which helped kickstart that a little bit. But he's terrific. He's a good basketball player, and it's like these guys said as we were walking over here. A lot of those were with a hand in his face, and that's what a good basketball player does. He makes shots, and these guys make shots with a hand in their face all the time. But I would not have expected anything less of Jalen than what we saw tonight, because he's a terrific talent.
Coach, the hometown kid, Trey Pinckney, made some big plays down the stretch. Can you describe just how good he's been for this team all season long, and then tonight also?
It's like playing basketball, and the equivalency is of like playing football without a quarterback. And 9 assists, 2 turnovers, handles the ball, handles the pressure, gets us into a set every single time. Did a phenomenal job tonight of driving the ball into gaps, into areas, and especially in the first half of creating opportunities for guys. It looks like he didn't guard because the guy who was guarding most of the night had a big night, and yet I couldn't be happier. This kid fights and competes every single night, and he's an extension of what I want on the court, and I love the kid to death.
Coach, Jerry Wood Jr. in College Sports Report, just talking the second half when Northwestern started made their run in midway. What was going through your mind at the time? Because through 2 media timeouts, you all only got 1 point. Just a quick
you know what I was thinking? I saw that 2 weeks ago. The exact same thing at home. We had a 14, 15-point lead, and we kind of went through the same lull. And no real explanation for it. I don't mind the shots that he got, and he missed a couple. Nico, we missed a layup in that segment. that part happens, and Des said it. Sometimes you in this game you're going to get some runs, and they made theirs, and then we happened to make one that was right toward the end of the game that was a deciding factor. So this team is resilient. I've been really reluctant to call timeouts this year because this team's been able to figure that out. And when you got a leader, I've said this so many times, like Desmond Heyman, we just don't. I don't worry. And then I've got Trey on the court, and I've got a very comforting feeling as a coach, and that's because of these guys.
Desmond, Brandon Scott from the Huntsville Item. Desmond, does the attitude or the approach change when some of your other leaders are having to sit because of foul trouble, like Parker did and like Walkup did? Does that kind of have to change the way you go about your business?
Yes, have to just let other guys know that we need some help. And like Coach said, Connor made some big plays in there and helped us out. And we just knew we had to continue fighting without him because we knew they'll come back in the second half. But we had great leadership from Trey, Nikolai. You know, it's a team game, and our team is just bonding together to lead that way.
Brad, maybe talk about, with Jake on the bench so much and limited to 10 points, but he made some big plays late. But maybe just talk about how tough it was to manage the game when your player of the year is not on the court.
Yeah, it's something that we've, for the most part, we've been pretty fortunate, and it reminded me a little bit of our game against Corpus. I think Jake played 14 or 15 minutes in that game. The thing that was a little different tonight was we had Tom, we had Tanner, we had Nico, basically our front court guys dealing with foul issues, and I thought Sharif Sargent came in and contributed, did a solid job. It didn't hurt us, and we played out of sorts a little bit. In terms of the way we haven't played a great deal. But the one thing I like to do, Kevin, is I mix things up in practice all the time. I never keep just our starters together. So tonight's an example of why that benefits our team. And no matter, we've been through this all year, whether it's Tom having a subpar night for him tonight, somebody else picks him up, and that's what has really helped this team. But it was difficult. It's not something I'd like to do every single night, Kevin.
Any other questions?
Coach, Chris Thomason, Corpus Christi, I guess just talk, getting your first run, these guys are back in the championship game, getting to right now, tomorrow, getting a chance to play for the tournament.
Well, it's this team's goal. This isn't about me at all. This is about these seniors, and the most important thing to me is the camaraderie that they have in the locker room, and it's for seniors. I value these seniors. They deserve the opportunity that they've had, and we had a great following tonight, and to be back in the same position, they deserve that right, and they've got a team that fight. They got teammates that fight for them, and we're going to go out tomorrow, and we're going to face a very good basketball team, and we're going to face one that's going to fight, and we've got to raise our level to the same thing.
Any other questions? All right. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Ed.
Thank you.